Bob, all right, so 2 weeks ago, Bob Dixon came on Fox & Friends with his story of how he spent the past 6 months looking for a job. He went on LinkedIn to network for himself, but instead he ended up helping dozens of other out-of-work people improve their resumes and job skills. He also started coaching and mentoring active-duty military personnel as they transition to civilian life. 21-year Army vet Keith Charland was one of Bob's success stories.
I connected with him and shot him my resume. Immediately Bob called me and we started going over some of the verbiage that I had in my resume, and what we had to do was work on taking out a lot of the military terminology they had in there and putting it in civilian language so that recruiters could actually understand what I was trying to say.
All right, so Keith ended up getting a job with Target Corporation, and now Bob Dixon is back with us this morning to give us an update on what else has happened since his last appearance. Bob, great to see you.
Allison, good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Bob. So you got quite a response from our last appearance 2 weeks ago. Tell us what's happened.
The response was phenomenal, and I think it proves that the world is full of very, very good people. Over 220 emails, 100 or so people requested to connect with me on LinkedIn, 35 specific emails from members of the military that were looking for help, and then there were some civilians that also asked if I could help, as well as 10 very senior people in leadership roles in different companies that wanted to know how they could help with the work that I was doing with the military personnel. Oh,
that's awfully nice. So what you have done now, as we understand it, is you have started a group on LinkedIn, that social networking site, called Military Civilian Career Coaching Connection, or MC4 for short. And today it starts. It's up and running. What is it?
It's up and running. Because of the number of military personnel that contacted me, plus the offer of help from other leaders and business people, it became clear that a movement was beginning, but that we had to have the capability to begin offering this coaching and mentoring to a larger group of people, but in a more organized way than it was when I was doing it. So the military civilian career coaching connection is on LinkedIn, and what it does is it brings active duty military personnel that are in transition to civilian life into a group with volunteer civilian coaches who, again, are entrepreneurs, business people, senior leaders within their corporations, to provide an environment where we can do direct one-on-one coaching and mentoring, working with them, whether it's on resumes or interviewing skills, or giving them the kind of feedback that they need to be successful and competitive in their job searching.
That is so, the good news, I mean, that's obviously a great plan. It's obviously you found a market, a void, and you filled it. And also I understand that Snap Pages has extended a really nice offer to you as a result of this.
That's right. One of the people who contacted me was Reed Funderburk, who is the CEO of an investment firm called BGI. He put me in contact with Charles Lawler of Snap Pages, and Snap Pages wanted to make their product available to the people that we were working with in this group free. And Snap Pages allows you to create your own web presence based on your LinkedIn profile.
And Bob, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want to get this in before our time runs out. All of this is very heartening, and it is so selfless of you to have helped all of these people and even arranged these web pages for people who want to make the transition. But Bob, part of the story was that you needed a job and that you've desperately been looking for a job. Have you found a job yet, and what can we do today to help you?
I was contacted by two companies, one in New Jersey and one in Alabama, who asked if I would do some short-term consulting for them. So I'll actually be in Alabama the second week in January, and then from there I'll be going over back to Fort McPherson in Atlanta, Georgia, to teach one of the transition classes at Fort McPherson. So I'm making progress. No full-time role yet, but the consulting will be helpful to me.
Well, Bob, that's a good start, and I'm going to put your your email address again on my blog and Twitter so that people can get a hold of you for how to take advantage of all of this great stuff. Bob, thanks so much for coming in and updating us, and thanks for all of your doing for our military servicemen and women. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Allison.